Hello everyone, this is Vanshika Tainwala, legal intern under Lexis and Company for the month of June, and in this video I will be talking about the draft National Electricity Policy of 2021. So let's start the video. So the government has finally decided that they will revise the National Electricity Policy by invoking the Section 3 of the Electricity Act 2003. This act mandates that the central government has power to prepare the national electricity policy in consultation with the governments and the Central Electricity Authority. So the draft National Electricity Policy 2021 has been released by the Ministry of Power. So this policy aims that electricity shall be available to the citizens at a very reasonable rate and to provide efficient and reliable electricity over the next 5 years, and it helps to supply reliable and efficient quality power electricity services of specified standards at a very reasonable rate. So this was the main context of draft National Electricity Policy. So coming upon the main features of electricity policy, so it covers various areas such as grid operation, power market, regulatory process, optimal generation mix, transmission, distribution, etc. Also, the draft talks about the creation of electricity vehicle charging stations, smart meter markets, environment, etc. Also, the Ministry of Power has created a committee of experts. These committee of experts will be required to submit their suggestions to the draft of National Electricity Policy within 2 months from the release of the policy. Also, the members of the committee includes the member of state governments, the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, that is MNRE, the Niti Aayog and the Central Electricity Authority. So these are the few features of the draft National Electricity Policy 2021. So coming on to the issues which are covered by the draft National Electricity Policy. So it addresses various issues such as rural electrification, generation, transmission, recovery of the cost of services, targeted subsidies, technological development and research and development, energy conservation, environmental issues, protection of consumer interests, equality standards, the competition which is aimed at consumer benefits and others. So the Central Electricity Authority, we also call it as CEA, frames the National Electricity Policy once in 5 years and revise it from time to time according to the National Electricity Policy. So coming on to the background of National Electricity Policy, so the first National Electricity Policy was drafted in the year 2005, and a lot of water has flown under the bridge since then as the power sector is concerned. But it is a little surprising that despite a paradigm shift was taking place in the power sector, not in India only but across the world, especially towards the decarbonization, the government did not bother to revise the National Electricity Policy for almost 16 years. The last was done in 2005, the first draft policy, and this is the second draft electricity policy, which will be done in 2021. So it's been 16 years since the government has drafted such policy. Though the government keeps pointing to the fact that the peak and energy shortages have come down drastically, implying that all is well, but the reality is very different to the contrary. The situation of excess supply is illusory in nature because our demand has not grown that much. It should be because of the national downstream since the couple of last years, but it was before the pandemic only. So how can we improve the distribution infrastructure? So our distribution companies, that are DISCOMs, we basically call it, have accumulated outstanding of over 6 lakh crores for improving the distribution infrastructure and restructuring of loans. We have always been slow in adopting stringent environmental norms for our power stations, and we have practically done nothing relating to the carbon capture and sequestration. Also coming on to the hydro capacity, we have not been able to add to our hydro capacity, which could play a crucial role in balancing the grid, which increases the thrust on renewable generation. Coming on to the fuel issues, we have fuel issues relating to the coal. We have fuel supply issues so that we are unable to meet our domestic demand through indigenous mining. So there are some issues that are important and that need consideration. Firstly is the policy statements are too verbose and very lengthy, and it should be more user friendly, more reader friendly, and it should be very precise in nature. Second issue is the effectiveness of the policy. The draft policy has a lot to say on the renewable generation, but what is the guarantee that it would be followed, that it would be implemented by the people? The third and the most fundamental issue is that whether we should have two separate policy statements, a national electricity policy and a national tariff policy. So according to me, it is not really possible that we can segregate the tariff related issues from the electricity policy, since they are all interlinked. So the draft should have floated in such a manner that both these documents exist concurrently, but they practically run into each other's domain. So conclusion is that electricity is the very essential instrument for all the facets of life, and the supply of electricity at a very reasonable rate too is essential for the overall development of rural India as well as the urban India. So there must be adequate supply of electricity at a reasonable rate, and and it should be globally competitive, and to enable the and it should be enabled that to exploit the tremendous growth of the employment generation. So availability of quality supply of electricity is very important in order to do the overall growth of the country. So a single holistic policy statement shall be framed, which should contain all the interlinkness. So this was all for today's video upon the draft National Economic Policy 2021. Hope you understood this concept. Thank you.